have a fracture to the upper fourth premolar right here. And we have exposure to the pulp canal. As you can see, this explorer goes deep into that. And that is where all the nerve and blood supply is. This is an older fracture, being that it's not currently bleeding when probed. But this has to go because it's not salvageable. It's below the root, or excuse me, below the gum line. And we have too large an area, as well as it's an older fracture with death to the pulp contents. Alright, so now we're going to try to elevate the flap. And since we are dealing with an oral cavity, it's considered a contaminated area, so sterility is something that can not really be achieved in these circumstances. So we're going to simply make a gum flap so that we can have access to this tooth. Alright, so now we have better access to the bone that incorporates and houses the root. You can already see how much damage. This bone has eroded all the way back. It should be up to about even with my thumb, so you've already got significant bone loss exposing this root right here, as well as the fracture extends all the way down into the root. Again, when you have root that has been compromised from the fracture, as well as exposure to the pulp canal, you have what is considered a complicated fracture. Being that this is a three-rooted tooth, we have to get all three roots out. It's not as simple as the Three Stooges, where they just place a pair of pliers and pull. So we're going to have to get away some of this bone. And the length of these roots is pretty long relative to what most people think. And we have to be careful because we don't want to bump into a neighbor. Now we've got a little bit more of this exposed. So now we're going to section the tooth into 3 segments. Alright, so now we're going to attempt to section this. So we're going to go for this big back root first. It's the largest of the 3 roots. Burr around it a little bit. And then remove that far back root there. And we'll try to get this next root out. The goal is to always get the roots out intact and hopefully not fracture them, as fracturing them just causes more work. And again, there is, and that having that little bit of a sticky kind of a wad of sticky material at the end shows me that we did have an abscess forming. Alright, so now we're down to the final root, which is also the most challenging of all three roots. Deep and encased in bone. And there we are, the final one. So there's the three-rooted extraction. So sometimes it can be simple to get these guys closed, and other times it can be a little more challenging. I think we might be lucky today. So we're now down to the last component. Again, just closing this extraction site. It's important to have a good closure so that any kind of food material cannot get up into any of these holes where the roots were located. It's unfortunate that this dog lost his tooth, since it is one of the largest teeth and one of the more critical, important teeth for chewing food. Most likely this dog bit on something that was way too hard and inappropriate. The most common culprits are antlers, hooves, nylobones, or any kind of synthetic plastic bone. Rocks are another culprit, and even things such as beef or pork bones. So the moral of the story is, if you would not bite on it with all your might, don't expect your dog to be able to do better. And don't offer it. I'd probably estimate over a course of a year, probably average taking out one of these per week. So, again, please tell all your friends and neighbors not to feed their dog any kind of bone, hoof, antler, nylon bone. You can't control dogs that eat rocks, but maybe keep them from being exposed to where they could access rocks. Because again, most of these are preventable injuries to the dog. Following the extraction, we'll take a post-extraction x-ray just to confirm that everything was truly removed. You never want to leave any kind of a root tip or fragment behind, as those have the potential to create pain and they can also abscess. We've pretty much got our extraction performed, and we are one tooth shy. Alright. So now we're performing a x-ray to confirm that we have removed everything. And confirmation is that we do have all of our roots out. So we will proceed with cleaning the rest of this dog's teeth, and we are completed with the actual extraction. So this is compared to the pre-extraction x-ray, and again you can see the large defect right here, right there, and you can actually see where it enters into the pulp canal, the dark lines that go down each fork or root. So that tooth was destined to be extracted based on the trauma it sustained, more than likely again from chewing on something way too hard. Let me re-emphasize those things to be antlers, hooves, nylon bones, pork bones, beef bones, and rocks. Okay, so here's where our tooth previously was located, and we have confirmation that there are no root tips, which will cause problems in the future. So this is again post-extraction.